Alright, time to read the comments. Let's see where I've been, which I can see by the comments that I have liked. You are rich in game. Yeah, my money isn't too bad there. How you make all your tools tier 8? By gathering. That's how I did it. It took a very long time. Like, I don't know how long I'm playing this game now. Maybe 2 years, maybe longer. But it took a while. It took a while. Keep it up, bro. Yup. Good job, noob gankers. Better use mobility weapons when gathering. So you say we are noob gankers or what? If you say so. This is cool. Thank you. Nice. Dude, I learned a lot from you. Also, comment reading series is fun, and I thought you were Russian. Also, I got a question. What's the best dagger for PvE in Black Zone? I want to gather fame for my dagger. Edit. I read the description of your channel and I saw the location is on Germany. Whoops. Yeah, I'm not Russian, I'm German. The best dagger for PvE in Black Zone. Probably the single-handed dagger. Just with the torch, an assassin hood, and hunter jacket, and the boots don't really matter. Probably something that you can run away with very well, something like miner boots also, just so you can survive when you get into bad situations. It's really good at killing single strong mobs because you regenerate your health back with the special ability of the single-handed dagger. Otherwise, for PvP, there are other options, but for PvE, you basically only have the single-handed dagger. The dagger pair is also okay, but single-handed dagger is definitely the best dagger for PvE. Hi, hi. Keep it up, man. Good content. I try. Albion Online best MMORPG. Start this game to get bored with life. Yeah, it's definitely the best MMORPG. I can agree with that. Don't know about the last part, but anyhow. Great video again. Great video idea. Hope it becomes a trend in Albion content creators. Now I decided gathering isn't supposed to be my main silver maker. Well, basically you just do the content that's fun for you, and if gathering is fun, then you do it. Otherwise, you don't. Because you can make money by doing corrupted dungeons when you're solo. You can do it by gathering, you can do it by doing PvE, but PvE gives just less money. Mainly PvP and gathering are the most profitable things for solo players. Nice video, good. Thanks, JD. No idea what that's supposed to mean. By the way, you can use auto learn. Yeah, that's true, but I don't like it. Bro, don't forget that you are a solo gatherer. You're a roamer. For a solo, the statistics are incredibly good. Don't worry. There are maps with only 2 hideouts with 39% enchantment rate. You shouldn't compare yourself to those guys. I myself always try to find a way to those maps since I basically gather 5 times there. Well, such maps are usually empty. When I go to highly enchanted high tier maps, tier 8 maps, they are usually empty and there's just nothing left for me to gather. Sometimes I'm lucky and I find a big, not a big stack, not those 30 stacks, but like 11 stacks on a normal tier 8 node, which is good money. but it's just rare. It's just rare, so I'm not sure if it's worth it to travel this way all the time. But yeah, if you have a hideout in a great area and your guys are always patrolling this area, so the resources aren't always gone, then you can make more than me. But then you also have to consider that you need to spend time transporting this stuff. Also, killing aspects and gathering those, especially of very high tiers, there you also need to factor in that you have to split the whole loot. Because you need like 5 people, 4 people for a Titan or something. So you have to split the whole loot by 5. Which means if you really make reliable statistics about it, I'm not sure if those people will have a higher income from gathering than me. But it would be interesting. What's the point of using blood litter weapons only? I think one-handed singing is better. I'm not only using the blood letter, so not sure what you mean. One-handed singing is better. Phew. No, I really don't know what that's supposed to mean. Especially because the blood letter is one-handed. I really wonder what you mean with singing. Maybe some kind of arcane staff, frost staff, fire staff or something? Who knows? Who knows? Also, I'm using the blood letter because I felt like playing it. I really like the blood letter weapon. So, is there any significant differences between Gathering Gear 8 and 8.3? The significant difference is that it makes you tankier. Like, that's basically it. Having enchantment on the Gathering Gear just makes you more tanky. You have more health, you have more resistances and stuff like that. Not worth it for how little you get from the 8.3. Burr, burr. Nice video. Hi from Chile. Hi. Nice video. Thanks. Imagines it happens to me all the time. Let's see what exactly you mean. Imagine people running in here with invisibility. I said, imagine people run in here with invisibility. I don't know if you heard the sound of my browser, so that's why I repeated it. Well, what means all the time? Maybe you're just not being very careful when people spot you in situations where they get the feeling that they should try to gank you. But yeah, it happened sometimes randomly to me as well. But it's very rare. It's very rare. I heard that there will be a revamp for Gathering Gear. As a gatherer, what do you think has to change of the current skills? What do you think need to be added or get rid of? I like the current gathering skill system, so I don't know if it should be changed at all, to be honest. I like it, and I think there shouldn't be too big of a change, otherwise they might ruin it. The best. Thank you. Can you do a video what you do with all of your resources? Thanks for your videos, bro. Well, a video of that would be me selling stuff at the market. That's just it. I'm just selling all the stuff and I get money for it. If you want a video of that, I can do that. So, I mean, you can just comment again and say, yo, I want to see how you sell resources. But you can also watch me sell resources in the Zero to Hero Skinner series, where I've gathered all the stuff and I sold it all, which is basically what I also do on my main account. What gathering gears are best for escaping gankers in your opinion? Well, I mean, all the gathering gears are kinda the same. but the helmet, the mining helmet, the ore mining helmet is the best because the cleanse that it has is the best. The armors, there's no real difference because invisibility is the best for escaping. And the boots, probably mining boots because they have the best run, the best special run. Otherwise, I'm not sure, since you said gathering gears, I'm not sure if you're also talking about the weapons, where double-bladed staff, bloodletter are the best, except for the combination of the sword plus mining boots, where you use the W of the sword first, so you cannot be purged, and then you use your mining boots, which is really good. I enjoyed your gathering videos. Good job. Thanks a lot. Thank you. I'm enjoying the hell out of seeing your progress. Wish you'd talk more about your choice of gear and weapon choice, but loving it. Keep it up. About the Zero to Hero Spear. Well, the weapon choice is, well, it was supposed to be a Zero to Hero Spear challenge in the open black zone. So I only had the choice between all the spears, and about all the spears, there's only one spear with a mobility option on the E. Well, option has a mobility E ability, and that's a one-handed spear. And mobility is just extremely good in the open world because you somehow need to survive, you somehow need to be able to catch up to enemies to finish them off after you got them low, and it still does decent damage. My camera is not focusing right now. Well, now it should be fine. Okay, and the armor, oh, let me think. I'm using the assassin jacket, which is really good for PvP because I can use my assassin jacket when an enemy uses a buff, which is really strong, like mercenary jacket buff, cleric robe buff, or some kind of like let me think. There's also the druid robe, which I can wait out. There's also the how is it called? Hellion hood? No, it's not Hellion hood. It's it's Hellion hood. For example, if you're fighting against a bow player who uses his Hellion hood to go invisible in a silence cloud, you can just use your assassin jacket and wait until the cloud is gone. And it also gives you a nice damage buff there afterwards. And for PvE it's good. Well, it's not directly good for PvE, but it's good for surviving PvE. Because if you see that you lose a fight against mobs, you can just use the jacket to go invisible and you lose the aggro and start healing up right away. Also, it's really good if you see that you are getting ganked while you're doing PvE, and then you can just drop the aggro again and mount up and run away. Also, let's not forget about that if you try to survive some PvP situation that you are currently losing at, then you can use the invisibility from your jacket to escape. So, these daily videos are the best part about maintenance. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Nice. Thanks. I was waiting for your video. Thanks, buddy. Thank you. Sex Tinder something? Looks like spam to me. Let's get rid of that. Enjoy your content. Please keep it up. Honestly, I think the video I want to see the most out of you is a guide on how to find old ancient aspects in the Roads of Avalon to help speed level my skinning and fiber gathering lore. Seriously, guide to finding those is non-existent and much needed. in-game name Northwind. Feel free to contact me in-game. I have a bunch of ideas for content for an Albion YouTube channel like yours. Well, I'm not sure if it's possible to make a guide for that, because it's kinda random. You cannot really predict where you will find those things. Let me quickly think if I have an idea about that. Basically, you're only running through the roads and hope that you find a roads map that hasn't been looked at for a while, and it of course has to be on a decent level. So I don't know if you can make a guide about that. I don't think so. Second part, feel free to contact me in game. I have a bunch of ideas for content for an Albion YouTube channel like yours. Well, you can just post them under my videos and comments if you want to, because communicating in the game is somewhat ineffective, and also I like to keep my friend list very, very thin, so I don't get all these friend messages the whole time. Why'd you choose Hunterhood over Guardian Helmet or others? Loving the series, man. Subbed to the Zero to Hero Spear series. To have some more combat power. The reflect is really nice. Like if you fight against a cursed staff or a bow or a light crossbow, where you can easily foresee when the big damage is going to hit you, you can just use your Hunter Hood. While the Guardian Helmet in PvP situations is usually only good to remove the dots, which is pretty good in some situations, but only in very little situations. Otherwise, you have to use the Guardian Helmet very late, which is kind of annoying, and it is kind of inflexible, because you get the big shield bonus when you are below 40% health or something like that. And I don't like the missing flexibility there, you know? That's why I chose the Hunter Hood. It's a really good weapon. A lot of people use it in a lot of builds. Of course, usually solo builds and stuff, because in bigger groups there are better options. And in bigger groups, of course, the Guardian Helmet is also better. But the Guardian Helmet has a lot of benefit and definitely a viable choice. 3740, what happened there? Why does the aspect need to have an ass? I see. I don't know if you could hear it. I said, why does the aspect need to have an ass? And he found that funny. Well, I did as well. How are you able to gather all resources? I'm struggling in gathering tier 6 iron. Well, it somehow was more fun than I expected it to be. I don't know. Probably this kind of progress, that the better you get, the higher tier you get, the faster you get, the more profit you make. And it all spirals out of control until you get rich. I really like that. So that's how I got all the higher levels. Or are you talking about that it's hard to gather in the black zones? Because that just needs training and thinking. You need to reflect on the mistakes you make and learn from them and try to do better the next time. Oh my fucking god. Thank you. I take it as a compliment. Another spam. Goodbye. exactly why I'm not sure about the specific boar. Sure, it's good, but if you're getting locked in a specific zone, dismounted after invis, you are pretty much dead, cause you don't have the invis. I'd rather suggest using a different mount. Wouldn't say which one, but I'd glad to PM you. Well, this is about that video where I died. Well, it was very unfortunate that the third person, they seemed to be only 3, was right in the south of me. Otherwise, my invisibility would have actually made me survive. I dodged these 2 guys that were sprinting at me, so the invisibility basically saved me, and without the invisibility I would have gone down. The problem with other mounts is that they simply have too little carry weight. Like this, I don't know what's its name, this royal horse or something with the invincibility as ability is really good, but it has too low carry weight, which is a big problem. And invisibility is extremely good, and it was also my mistake for staying there. It wasn't necessary for getting cornered like this, but that's also a problem with the roads. Like, only in the roads it's really possible to get into such terrible situations, because the ways are very narrow there. But as I already said, it wasn't necessary for me to get into this position. I could have escaped if I was more careful. A lot of transporters swear by the elite wild boar. Isn't that just the beefy version of the normal boar, or is this the really beefy version? The moose, the moose is basically a spectral dire boar, but worse, because it has less carry weight. Okay, it has 5% more movement speed, but it's just worse. Elite wild boar, I'm not sure if that's the extremely tanky version of the wild boar. But the big problem are big ganking groups that play well and are well coordinated. And usually, if I don't make mistakes, I don't die against anything except big, well-organized ganking groups. And against big, well-organized ganking groups, there is actually a chance to survive, and the chance is not bad, by using the invisibility of the spectral dire boar, which is the reason why I'm using it. The invisibility is just way too good. It's just really good. Why don't you bring the enchanted pork pie? Is there a limit on bonus possibility? I think I've talked about it somewhere. The enchanted pork pie. Yeah, I've answered it in comments somewhere. The enchanted pork pie, the 7.1 pork pie, is only worth it if you gather a lot of high tier stuff for an extended period of time. Otherwise it's not worth it. It's only 3.5% of the standard gathering yield, which is really not much. And well, you need to find really good stuff. In theory, I could take 1 or 2 with me every time. It's not like I have the problem with money, but it takes up a bit of inventory space. Most of the time it's not worth it to use it, and you need, like, let's say 50 pieces of flat tier 8, 50 pieces of 7.1 resources or something like that for it to be worth it. And then you also need to find more stuff. Like, you need to find that good stuff, and then you need to find average stuff for the rest of the time to be worth it to actually use it. So it's rather rare for me as solo gatherer for it to be worth it. When I plan on doing like high tier aspects or stuff like that, or if it's sure that I will gather like, I don't know, 100 pieces of tier 8 wood, 100 pieces of tier 8 or something, sure, I would take the 8.1, 7.1 pork pie. Otherwise, it's not worth it. But it would definitely be okay to take it with me. I just don't feel like it, but sometimes it would be worth it. That's true. Coleta incrível probably means something like gathering good. In German, erstaunliche Sammlung. Yeah. Let's put it into English because I don't know what. Yeah, amazing gathering basically. Thank you. How much you lose? That's for the gathering video where I died. I think I had 2 million of loot and my gear was worth 8 million. So I lost 10 million basically in this video. Those other tools are over a mil each plus what he already gathered. So about 8 to 9 million, yeah. More than 10 million. Yeah, probably 10.5 million, I believe. The last time I went gathering, my equipment was 8.5 million or 8.6 million. Equipment plus journals and all this stuff. Oops. Hated to see that happen to you. I used tier 7 tools, X5 and just one set of gear to kill mini aspects, etc. Finding enchanted tier 8 resources is a long shot at best. I mostly use a white bear since they are pretty cheap. White bear gets slowed by mobs and players and is risky. A May as spectral boar. Brown bears and lizards don't get slowed. I guess I'm just making a few suggestions, but a great player like you probably doesn't need any. I think you have a target on your back, cheese, by using YouTube. The whole server is looking for the signature spectral diabor. Odds on it's you if they spot one. Well, yeah, there are not too many people using spectral diabor when gathering. I see some, but not too many. So the chances aren't too low that it's me. Well, the lizards are not good against big organized ganking groups. Same goes for the bears, so that's why I'm not using them. Well, dying in this game is just a part of it. And that's why it's also more fun when you survive, you know? Without that part, it wouldn't be a challenge to just click on resources and wait. And generally, thanks. Let's see what this means. Google Translate. My goodness, and very bad condor. Happens, it makes my heartache. Here we are. So probably means my goodness and very bad happens to make my heartache. Yeah, well, dying is just part of the game. Ooh. F indeed. Sadly, was a bit sad. I was kinda upset because I felt like the poison potion destroyed my invisibility, but I would have gotten hit by the Frost Mage E anyways. I might have gotten away if I don't get hit in the first 1 or 2 seconds of my invisibility. Bro, just a tip. When you use Battle Axe, use second W and active your E when its V is active, it deal more damage and heal you more, and passive put it on second 1 and heal with your autos more. This mob you could do it easy if you kite and take no damage except his autos, because you heal it back with your autos and Q. Well, yeah, it's an interesting idea. Like, I also thought about the heal on the passive. It might make the difference. It might be enough. I will try the lifesteal healing passive on the battle axe the next time. I will try it out. Nuveo suscriptor und so etc. etc. Let's see what it means. Spanish, new subscriber from Yatam. Greetings, very good videos about gathering. I learned a lot watching your videos. Thank you. First. Yeah, it seems so. It seems so. Hi. Hi. Maybe do some fishing trips also. I'm still kinda undecided if I want to do so. I believe fishing doesn't make as much money as the gathering professions that I am tier 8 at already. But maybe I will do it in the future. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I always die from Black Zone gathering. It's just a matter of training. The more you do it, the more experience you gain, the more you think about what you did wrong, the better you get, the less you die. And it feels pretty good to survive ganks. It's really fun to dodge ganks, so just don't take any gear that you are not willing to risk losing. That's just it. Just have enough money in your back pocket to not go broke. Love these Black Zone contents. Thank you. And I'll refresh the site quickly and see if there's a new comment. Nope. Alright, then that's it for now.